Hello, cats.
for like 3 seconds here. Oh, it's whatever. I've got that before. Okay. Stream is up. I gotta get into that lobby now.
Oh, the lobby's probably gone because I had to quit Dota.
No, it's still up a
Nope,
minute.
it's still up.
Oh, sweet.
Why is Juicebox in here though?
He should be Lords of Luke.
Yeah, he's playing.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Okay. Seems like they're good to go. That's nice. That's good news. You know, I was really surprised with how well CHADZ did because they're, I think the raggest taggest of our teams.
They are, but they're troopers.
They are.
And it was really fun getting to watch them play that sort of thing.
Yeah, both like all of their games were like kind of backy forthy. Like there was very few like just clean wipe team fights up until like very end of the matches. Before that it was always a little give, a little take. They'd kill almost everybody on the Dire, but then Jakiro would grab the fucking disruptor at the last minute with the fucking ice path macro, and it was like, oh, okay, well that's not a complete failure. Something good happened.
Yeah, never was it like clear this team has won the game or this team is losing the game, or like, oh man. I mean, I guess there was some like, okay, these guys are winning and or losing, but it was like there's always room for like comeback, and there almost always was some kind of comeback. You know what I mean? Nobody just won 3 fights in a row, and you're like, man, I really hope they get something on the other team. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there were a lot of fights where I was glad my mic was muted because I like gasped. I was like, oh, they got away with that or whatever. I was like, these were really fun to watch.
Yeah,
I'm super excited. I really hope that this next series of games goes similarly because that's possibly some of the most fun I've had watching Dota in a while. Especially that first game. It was so back and forth. Like you saw the graph.
Yeah. I hope the Lords of Luke slaughter them single-handedly. 10-minute games. That's
you 2 10-minute games, and then we're done.
And then I'm gonna go eat. But no, I think we should get some good games here. I'm hoping now Lords of Luke. If the Chads aren't paying attention to the stream here, they might miss out on this. But Lords of Luke, when I play with those guys, they are notorious for their little Slardar combos. They'll do Slardar PA. They'll do some shit like Magnus PA, Slardar, and just anything that goes good with Slardar is terrifying with those guys. They're just so good at playing around it. You'll dick on a PA in lane, and then she'll get a Battle Fury, and then start ganking with the Slardar, and absolutely just make her own space. She'll jump the enemy carry in the jungle with Slardar, and then farm the entire enemy jungle because the enemy team's playing away from their carry. And by the time they get back to their jungle, she's farming her jungle safely, and then getting a pick on like maybe the offlaner who is lagging around the enemy jungle. Like they're very effective with these like Slardar combos. And
sounds very very difficult to deal with. I really want to see the PA that you're talking about against Tanya's Timbersaw. Like there were so many times, like as a Slark, I usually feel pretty comfortable playing against Timbersaw, but I was scared watching Tanya just run over people with Timber. Like it was maybe like 8-9 minutes into the game, Timber hit 6 and was like 1v2ing the Slark and the I can't remember who the other support was, but like under their tower and just dominating. And I'm like, man, I mean, I guess once the PA gets Ag's shard, she's kind of not as scared of the Timbersaw. But even then, like the shard, especially with all the status resistance that Tanya had, like they were having a lot of. They had abyssals. They had so much single target lockdown. But Tanya had the Sanjin Kaya, and then extra status resistance from the Titan Sliver, and just like they could, unless they burst the Timber in like less than 3 seconds, Timber would like 1v3. It's incredible. Not 1v3 and live, 1v3 and kill the other 3.
Yeah. I think there's like a couple secrets to how Tanya plays, and I don't know all of them, but or several, and I don't know. One of them is like he just doesn't miss. He does not miss his R. Like ever. He uses it in a way that it hits every single time he throws the spell. And so it actually does a lot of damage. Like when you miss it, it's only a 6-second cooldown, but it's 6 seconds where the enemies are like regenning and getting money and maybe they get their items delivered. Like if you're just constantly putting them a little closer to death, eventually they die. And I think that's the big secret. But also I think normally Tanya still gets like a max E build, which I think is normal. But after that, I think Tanya plays pretty heavily around the fact that the Q gets extra damage from cutting down trees. And so like he won't just hit. He'll pretty much never hit a Q that doesn't also hit a bunch of trees. He a lot of old Timbersaw players will still do that, even like against strength heroes and stuff. They'll be like, yeah, I just need to hit the Q, it does tons of damage. But Tanya's like, no, I'm going to hit 7 trees and their carry.
Well, I'm also almost certain that Tanya knows where every tree is on the map at all times because like watching them like use the W to get like there were multiple times where I'm like, so when I play Timbersaw, there's a lot of times where like I'll miss chain because I'll throw the chain. And I think there's probably a tree there. But especially if like I'm in the middle of a fight, I miss him all the time. But Tanya like never misses a single tree. He is like all over the place. All the time in the middle of every fight. And there's times where I'm like, okay, I know you can see trees through fog, but I'm like, there's no way that they're looking through the fog right now and seeing everything that's going down. Just absolutely dominant. It's incredible.
Yeah, and just one more little Timbersaw trick before we finish slobbing on Tanya's knob. The secret to not missing chains is always click exactly on a particular tree that you're trying to chain to. You never be like, oh, I just need to kind of go in that direction. You always pick out a tree. And then you still, like, there's the cast range issue, right? Because you can cast it outside its cast range and he'll still throw the chain, which is a little weird on a spell like Timber Chain, but you can. So, yeah, you have to know your cast range and then always click a particular tree. You're like, I want this tree right here.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense.
It helps. It helps a lot. And, and again, Tanya knows, like, all those tricks. Tanya knows tons of tricks that, most people don't know on Timbersaw, and that's why they're so effective. They know itemization really well. Like, not running out of mana, but also maintaining enough tankiness on Timber is a very difficult balance to strike, and Tanya manages to do it, like, every game I think I've ever seen him play Timber. They're so good.
Yeah.
Any reason
well, can we take a minute and talk about how much
why the fuck
magic
is Fishy the lobby host? What the fuck?
Wait, what?
Oh, he became the host.
Oh, he became the lobby host when I had to leave. That's funny.
Can he give that back or not? Can he? Is that something you can do? Is there a button to give host? I don't actually know. Maybe he has to leave and rejoin. That'd be funny.
We'll try that. If it gives it to someone else, then I'm just going to recreate a lobby.
Okay.
How can you see lobby host, by the way?
It's in the top right.
Okay, got it.
We do high quality production here. The best production value. That's why we're using our official ticket. Oh wait.
Next time we will have a way to do this.
We will. We'll have a ticket. We'll probably have some kind of little prize.
Remake.
We will.
They all left.
Gonna be...
And it made Samson the host.
Okay. All right. Well,
You might have to change the lobby name too, because they're still gonna like reserve that name.
Nope, we're fine.
Excellent.
Just tell them that we remade and it's the exact same settings.
I see 2 in my list, but I don't know which one to join.
Oh.
Let me refresh it. Hold on. Okay, no, it's still completely unclear.
All right, wait.
Let me join the one with 1 player. Yeah, that's you. Okay.
Okay, same settings, but lowercase.
What, did you change it?
Yeah.
It looks the same. Oh, all right, they're here. Whatever. It works.
How dare you make CHADZ lowercase?
All right, now get out of their fucking team.
out of their way.
You're in the radiant
Oh,
now.
oops.